What if the voice crying for help was the same one that silenced the screens? In each of these chilling 911 calls, the killer wasn't just nearby. They were the one talking. If you find true crime fascinating, hit that subscribe button now, because you won't want to miss this. We're about to dissect 4 calls where the truth was hiding in plain sight. But can you spot the lie that gave them all away? Stick around to the end to find out. Our first story begins with a frantic call from a man named Michael. His wife, he claimed, had fallen down the stairs. The dispatcher heard what sounded like genuine panic as he performed CPR. But listen closely to the silence between his breaths. Investigators later noted the cold precision in his counting, a rhythm too steady for a grieving husband. The autopsy revealed her injuries were inconsistent with a fall. The silence on the line held its own thunder, and his calm cadence became the key that unlocked his guilt. Next, a young woman calls 911, her voice a fragile whisper. She says she found her roommate unresponsive after a home invasion. She describes the scene in detail, almost too much detail, painting a picture of chaos. But detectives noticed something odd. There were no signs of forced entry, no footprints, nothing out of place except for the victim. Her story was a carefully constructed stage, and she was the lead actor. It was her knowledge of details an innocent person couldn't possibly know that exposed her as the shadow in the room. Then there's the case of the panicked husband reporting his wife missing after a morning jog. His voice cracks with emotion, begging the police to find her. He organized search parties and appeared on the news, a pillar of sorrow. But his phone records told a different story. Just moments before his desperate 911 call, he had searched how to dispose of a body. The digital breadcrumbs betrayed the performance. His pleas for her return were just echoes in an empty house he had already silenced. In our final call, a man reports a drive-by shooting that took his friend's life. He sounds breathless, terrified. But as he recounts the event, his story shifts. The make and model of the car changes. The direction of the shots becomes confused. It was the web of his own lies that tangled him up. Investigators realized the only person who could be that confused about the details was the one creating them on the spot. In the quiet aftermath of a crime, the loudest confessions are often the ones spoken by the guilty themselves, cloaked as a plea for help. The pain they inflict refuses to sleep, and the truth, no matter how deeply buried, always finds a way to breathe. Thank you for watching. Remember to look closer, because sometimes the monster isn't under the bed, it's on the phone.